as I do my question, you're going to do this question right here. So again, I'm doing my question, you're going to do this question right here. So I'm going to do something that you've seen before. So I'm going to do a dot plot, and sometimes it's an X, so it's not really a dot plot, but it's an X plot. So I'm going to do this question, but the numbers are the same. I just want to show you how to read this. You're doing this question right here. So as I do mine, you are doing yours. All right, so here's mine. To put in a data set, you have to call it something. So I'm just going to call it capital A. And I want to say, hey, capital A is, right? And now I have to tell the calculator, I need something on both sides of the calculator. And what it is a closed bracket. And you can see it says empty list. Now I'm going to put my list separated by commas. So again, as I do my list separated by commas, you're doing this list separated by commas. So my list separated by commas is read like this. There's nothing on 3. There are no dots on 4. There's 1 dot on 5. So that means I have a 5 dot comma. There are 2 dots on 6. That means I have a 6 and another 6 separated by commas. So put in your data set separated by commas. Here I have 2 dots of 8. So 2 dots of 8 separated by commas. And then here I have 3 dots of 9. So 1, 2, 3. Now, the important thing is to make sure that you have the number of dots that you're supposed to have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 elements in my element list. So at this point, you need to have 8 as well in your element list. So make sure that you've put in the correct numbers. All right, now that we've done that, we're going to find all the measures of central tendency. Everything you need is going to be click the functions and then go down to where it says statistics, which is really not that far down. And they're listed out here. If you want to find the mean, it's right there, median, minimum, maximum. Now be careful. This is quartile and quantile. This is quartile. So be careful, quartile. And then be also careful with standard deviation is actually, let's write that down. I forgot to write that down. It's STDEVP. So it's the one with the P. So make sure that you get the one with the P. It stands for population. All right, so I'm going to come to a new line, and then I'm going to hit where it says stats. Stats, and now the calculator is asking stats of what? They require a list, right? So for example, I need to give them a list. I already made the list here, but I called it what letter? A. So if I called it capital A, I have to say, hey, I want stats of capital A. The calculator knows to go over here. And you can see it gives me the minimum, the quartile 1, the medium, quartile 3, the maximum. What it doesn't give me is the mean. So I'm going to click mean. Again, capital A. So that's the mean. It gives me the median. What else do I need? Mean, median, mode. It doesn't give me the mode. Low, extreme, minimum, maximum, lower quartile, upper quartile. All right, so there's a couple of notes that we need to do. So for you, you've gone ahead and hit those 2 and put these 2 in. Select what you're looking for. So stats will give you all of these. Boom, right there. All right, collect your data. Now, you're going to write down all your answers. So what is your minimum, your quartile 1, your median, your quartile 3, your maximum? What is your mean? And also, what is your standard deviation? So I'm going to click that again, a new line, and then go to standard deviation with the P. And a standard deviation of what? A. So this is all the stats that I can get from the calculator, and I want you to write them all down here. So min, go ahead and write whatever your minimum is. Mine is 5, but write whatever yours is. Just write it right here. Q1, median, Q3, maximum. What is your mean for your function? So mine is 7.5. What is your standard deviation? Mine is 1.5. And we can see at this point there, mode, write it in here in our notes. So the mode. All right, what else isn't given? The range. And also the interquartile range. And I'm just going to call that IQR for short. All right, those have to be calculated by hand. So I'm going to do the mode real quick for mine. All right, so looking at my data set, what is the one that I see a lot? So I see 9 a lot. So my mode is 9. What is my range? So what was my range? My range is my maximum minus my minimum. So my maximum is 9. My minimum is 5. So my range is 4. And then what is my IQR? And remember, IQR is half of the middle half. So Q3 minus Q1. So 9 minus 6 is my interquartile range, which is 3. So I just found out all my details that I want you to find out here. So you're going to write what is your mode here? What is your range here? What is your IQR here? Now you have all the data. The only thing I want to mention is what does this mean? So standard deviation is how much the data is spread out. 1.5, so again, the closer it is to 0, the less spread out or the most consistent it is. This is 1.5 spread out. Now, you don't know what that number means until they start comparing, so I'll start giving you questions where you're comparing one or two or more data sets, so then you'll see compared to each other which one's more consistent. Mean means this is the average. Median means this is your middle number, so 8 was my middle number. Your smallest number is 5, my biggest number is 9, and so forth. So again, now come and see me with this so I can check you. Let's practice. Let's practice.